What's going on, ladies and gents? Latest episode of Being Black is Ghetto. I'm your lovely host, Jay Evans, the one you love to hate and hate to love. You feel me? But to the couch, my lovely co-host.
Patty J.
All right. And we have a lovely special guest in the building, you know. Our first fan, in a sense, right? Safe to say?
I mean, okay, I guess, sure, yeah.
You feel me? Anyway, to introduce the guest, light skin to right skin, Aajaylah in the building.
We need to do the intro over.
Yeah, I'm like,
because I had written out something. Did you pay attention?
I did.
Do it over.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Do it
all right, let's do the.
That was very wild.
Let's do the reset. Let's do the reset. I should follow my voice.
We need to start introducing properly.
All right, watch this. Today I'm excited to introduce a very special guest, Aajaylah. She's an incredibly talented young woman who launched her podcast 3 years. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm not professional enough to do this yet. All right, you go ahead. You introduce it.
We might as well continue at this point. We'll work on that later. Like, I don't...
You feel me? You know, we not that formal yet, all right?
You have to be formal, but we'll talk about that another day.
All right, we'll try. Today's not the day.
I'm dead.
Before we get to the antics, you feel me? Patty, how's your week?
It's been all right. Hurt my wrist at work. Workers' comp. Yeah, lifting up a heavy bed. I hurt my wrist. But I'm alive.
Gotta eat some Wheaties, man. Get your weight up, you heard?
Eat some Wheaties. I'm dead.
Gotta eat your Wheaties. Yeah, like,
I don't even know what that is.
I'm good. I had a good week.
I love that for you, friend.
Thank you.
How's your week?
Oh, okay.
My bad.
You know, by the time they hear it, we're going into a new year, right? So that should be your new affirmation. You know, start asking about your friends.
It's new year, same me.
Right.
I don't give a damn.
Right. We're in a new year now, all right? Be very mindful. But I was fine. I've been great. Thanks for asking. All right. So once again, before we get to antics, Aajaylah, where are you from?
I'm from Long Island.
Disgusting. Hate that for you.
I don't know why you keep saying that, but
I
okay.
think Long Island is nice. Have you seen the houses? They're beautiful.
Thank you.
They got the Amityville over there, one. So all that haunted
I don't
shit
live
is
near
over there.
Amityville.
All right. And on top of that, I don't know. Y'all a fake borough. Like, not even a real, y'all a borough at all,
I
but
don't know
like,
much
it's like
about
fake
them.
New York.
I just look at the houses when I drive over there.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyway,
I'm
that's
a granny, so
I love it there. So I love that for me. It's been great. It's been wonderful.
You're gonna stay there your whole life?
No, I don't plan to.
You want to move out of New York? You one of those?
I don't think anybody wants to stay in New York long term.
Yeah, no. I'm not one of those people that want to stay here and just do the same shit, you know?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was speaking to some shorty. She said, I just moved to New York. I said, moved in to New York.
Right. Moved in. Why
Moving to New York is ghetto.
I was like,
ghetto.
At your adult age or big age, like you came here.
Yeah.
As a kid, I could see you wanting to because it's like New York looks fun.
Yeah,
but as an
bro.
adult, you don't be seeing the videos on Instagram.
That's why I'm like, did you move here for the aesthetic? Because what else?
They want to chase rats.
You know you have 30 minutes? 30
And it's
minutes.
expensive as hell over here. So why? Why you choose here? I don't know.
And which part of New York? I'm curious now.
Right.
She went to Queens.
Oh.
Queens is expensive.
I wouldn't go any of the 5 boroughs. You'd have to
Absolutely
pay me
not,
money
yeah.
to me.
If I was to move into New York, I would move to Long Island because it's very much quieter over there.
Anyway, all right.
I can't, bro.
Okay, come on now. So, Aajaylah, you own your own podcast. You know that's what we was gonna introduce in our lovely paragraph here. But
Yeah, am I gonna get my intro?
I'm not.
I
I
mean,
wrote
it was
a
so
nice,
nice.
heartfelt
It was so
intro.
nice.
I'm trying to make us a
No.
little profesh.
It's okay. We don't have to do it, but it was very nice. Shout out to Patty. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So, talk about yourself. You know, give the people a little synopsis of you and your lovely podcast that you run.
Okay, I am obviously from Long Island. My podcast is called Just Jay. I am the only host on it, so I just talk about my life, my journey through womanhood. I'm also a criminal justice major, trying to start my career in that. I just got my master's in May, so that's
Okay.
something I also talk about.
Snaps and claps.
Thank you. But yeah, it's really just a podcast dedicated to just me showcasing my experiences and my opinions and having real conversation with whoever is on my show at the time. So yeah, that's what I do. It's great.
Love that for you. You know, pick podcasting. They said. It'll
Well,
be
see, I
fun,
heard
they
you
said.
say, sorry to cut you over. I heard you say
Mhm.
criminal justice. What made
Mhm.
you decide to take up that major?
Oh, I love that question. It's actually, I guess, kind of sad, but my uncles have been in and out of the criminal justice system like since I was like 9-ish, and I remember I used to like write them letters and go visit them and stuff, and it was just something that intrigued me. And I'm into like the criminal minds and all that stuff. When I got my bachelor's degree, my minor was psychology, so I was into like the mental aspect of why people commit the crimes that they commit. So ever since I've known what I wanted to do since I was in high school. So like I just took it and ran with it, and I got my master's from it. So
Okay.
Something I'm passionate about.
That's dope. It's good to stick with something I'm passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
So expound on that. Now let's dive into that. Why do people do the crimes that they do? What has school taught you?
Well, it depends on the individual. Well, my family per se, they committed the crimes that they committed to create a way for themselves. Like some people commit crimes because they don't got the resources that other people do. So they're trying to get the money. They're trying to get certain things. So it depends on the individual.
Type shit. Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had an episode that we just spoke about that. Criminal justice system as well. Shout out Army, he runs a nonprofit organization to employ people that have been formerly incarcerated and shit.
Oh, fire.
You feel me?
That's fire.
All black people. We support all black business on this pod, all
right? Period. Facts.
All right. But what careers can you even get out of criminal justice? Because low-key, every time I heard people have a criminal justice major, either they wanted to become a cop or like a parole officer.
I'm so sorry.
What happened? It's not recording?
No, this shit moves. Locked it up.
Anyway, sorry for the brief intermission. Back to the conversation. So, criminal justice majors. What jobs come out of that? Because, like I was saying prior to Poncho interrupting shit, most people I know that go to criminal justice, they become cops or parole officers. Is there any other career that could come out of being a criminal justice major?
Absolutely. I am one of those criminal justice majors who does not want to be a cop. That's not what that's not my tea. I'm not into that. But a defense, let me just think real quick. Criminal profiler, you could do that. You could do anything in investigation, forensic investigation. That's something I'm interested in too. It doesn't have to just be like police and parole. Like you could really do anything in the criminal justice field because there's so many jobs that are needed because of how broad the criminal justice field is in general. So you can really do anything.
Broad and flawed.
Facts.
That's why
Agreed.
more people
Agreed.
of color
Agreed.
need to go into it.
That's why more people of color need to become cops.
I disagree.
Why you disagree?
Because that's not the end all be all for some people. Some people are supposed to be doing something greater than that. Like, I don't have no passion for being a cop every day. And I know if I was to go into that, it wouldn't be something that I put my whole heart in every day. So it's like when you know that there are other avenues that you could be even greater at besides that, that's what I want to do. So I don't think that we're needed necessarily. I mean, we are needed in every aspect, but I don't think we're necessarily solely needed for cops at all.
No, I don't think so either.
I think
but
it's a start, though. I think being a
It
cop
is a start. It is a start.
Yeah, I just
but
once again I've said
not
it.
where I want to start.
I've said on previous podcasts, I just don't like the argument from our community of we don't have proper representation within NYPD or any police force for that matter, or at least enough of us, because everyone has this negative connotation of being a cop. So therefore, like I've said on previous episodes, if none of us apply to become cops, and you're constantly going to get people that don't live from your neighborhood, that are not from your neighborhood, policing your neighborhood. Yeah. So you can't blame nobody but yourself at the end of the day if you don't put your best foot forward to become a cop.
I feel that.
But then again, there's mad politics in becoming a cop anyway, and me personally now working hand in hand with them, I can't be a cop because there's too much politics that go on. The way you get promoted is all politics. Just everything they do is dead politics, bro. Don't even get me started. I could go on a rant for.
But I think though it's also a downside to African American people going into becoming police because you get called rats, you get made fun of, you get picked on. Like people on the street have like zero respect for cops altogether.
Facts.
And I don't really like cops. I have some friends that are, but. It's like, how do you expect people to want to go into something like that if you're going to treat them a type of way?
And that's also like my issue too, because it's like I have that negative connotation because of what I've seen in the media, what my family has gone through with law enforcement. Like I don't have no positive like representation of that. So that's why I shy away from it. But like I do understand your point where we do need more of us to represent us. But
But it needs to be I think it should be the ones that go into it with the passion on wanting to make a difference. You don't go into it because you want to check. Because some of us turn against our own. It's sad. And then sometimes inside of being a cop, they get bullied by their own peers.
Facts.
But that's the problem.
It's like so many things that goes into that.
Within being a cop, a lot of the times they make arrests, low-key don't even be to their like doing. Like they could completely believe you innocent. If they sergeant be like, nah, you gotta book them. They're gonna just have to book you, bro. Yeah. You just fall into the line that they're just doing their job.
Yeah.
So. I'm saying too much politics.
It's like doomed if you do, doomed if you don't.
Exactly. Exactly.
Too much politics.
But I do agree with what you said as far as we need to go into other things that can help push more things to protect us.
Because I feel like there's a lot of people, when you think of like criminal justice, that's the first thing you think of. And that's the only thing that you really know or think of too. But like, I'm one of those people where I'm like, no, as soon as I got into that like mind space where this is what I wanted to do, I researched everything that I could possibly do and realized, whoa, there's so much more than just that, you know?
Would you ever think about becoming like an attorney at some point? Maybe
Absolutely.
going to law school and all that fun stuff?
I want to be a judge. That's my main goal.
No, that's right.
So I'm
Take
taking
it
a break
further.
right now. I probably will go back to law school sometime down the line, but I do want to be a judge. That's like my main goal that I really want to do in life.
I think we definitely need more black judges.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Because they're the ones that make the final say.
Y'all seen the Meek Mill documentary?
No.
Definitely.
I didn't even know he had a documentary out.
It's like years old. I probably watched it when I was like 18. But not to sidetrack or nothing, but like the judge that was like handling Meek's cases was the reason he kept going back to jail. And ever since I seen that and realized that there are people that look like us that are still corrupt too and higher power of that, that's when I was like, oh no, I could do that and I could really do the right thing with it.
Exactly.
So,
yep.
How do you even become a judge?
You got to go to law school, you got to practice law for a while, and then you got to be elected like after a certain amount of years. But some states you don't have to go to law school, but I would do it anyway.
You don't have to go to law school to become a judge?
There's only 8 states that you have to do it.
That's crazy.
What?
That's a nice
so
little
imagine
fun
how
fact.
many people slip through the cracks by
Ain't
not
that
even...
crazy? You could literally just take like a judge course and be
That's
straight.
sad.
Yeah.
Because some people could be corrupt and go with the intention.
Don't
of
judges
being
get paid more
corrupt.
than lawyers?
Yes.
So what?
I'm about to go become a judge. I'll do it the right way.
Girl,
If that's the case, I'm about to
telling
go
you.
become a judge.
I'm
if
telling
that's that
you.
simple.
Learn something freaking new every day, bro. That's crazy. I never heard of such a thing.
That's crazy.
Anyway, back
The
to
more
your
you learn a lot.
the
more you know.
So when you launched your podcast, what made you want to ride solo, or you just kind of like went with the flow?
My podcast was like an idea that I created when I was like 18, but like I never launched it until I was 21, just because I think I found myself in a new light because I was so much older. So like I was more open to really share my opinion and express myself. But it was just something that I really wanted to do for me. Like my podcast has a nice following and it's grown, but it really started as just something that I wanted to do for like a therapeutic outlet for myself and just to share my experience and my opinion. So that's really how it became.
So instead of you did the podcast, but why didn't you decide to do something like story times if you just wanted to share your experiences?
I love everything about podcasting. So like, and I did want it to be like a platform where I could, you know, have a setup where I could bring people on it and like we could just chop it up for however long the episode lasts. So in the beginning when I first started, I was just an audio podcast. I didn't have visuals because I was just like, I was so new into it and that wasn't really my lane. Cause like I said, it was just a therapeutic outlet for me to look back on. And it's grown into something that's just totally different now. But yeah, it just was for me, you know?
That makes sense.
Type shit. Yeah, like we always say, our podcast is a complete, utter accident. But we're here now.
A beautiful accident. That's great now.
It's a complete accident.
You know?
It never supposed to occur. But I was always a podcast guy, too. When I used to work my other jobs, bro, podcast is definitely how I made it through my day. Because low-key people, you can just listen to music. I'm like, bro, music is boring.
Right.
Like,
after a certain point,
like,
facts.
no funny shit. Like, that's why, like, for us, at least in our industry of, like, truckers listen to our shit. Normally, like, a lot of, like, trade people listen to our shit. Because usually it's something to get you through your day.
Yeah.
I used to listen to, like, 3 podcasts. My shift was over.
Facts.
Funny enough, I'm more of a story time type of person. I like to be in everybody's business. So I like to listen to people's stories of all the stupidness they be doing.
But you can get their business through podcasts too.
Yeah, you can.
And I love podcasting because everybody's opinion is going to be different. Everybody's bringing something different to the melting pot. So like, I just love it. I think everybody should just do. Well, not everybody. But I think, podcasting is great if you know.
I'm about to be the first comment right there. Yeah, the guy across from you should have been have podcast.
I'm setting your ass up. I'm sorry.
That'll be the first thing they say. What the fuck was I just about to say? Anyone ever told you that you had a podcasting voice?
Yes, I've got that
radio
before.
voice?
Yes, I've gotten that before. You are literally the second person to ever tell me that. Yes, one of my ex-homegirls' dads told me that when I was like
literally
15?
It gives like baby Angie, you know.
Oh my God, don't stop it right now.
Like baby Angie.
Oh my God. Cut it out.
You have a nice voice versus people that be like,
Thank you.
Nails on a chalkboard.
No, I feel you. I feel you. There's some voices that I'm just like, girl.
Imagine Miss Shelley. You know Miss Shelley? Imagine her with the podcast.
Fast forward.
All right. You know me, man. I'm always here for the antics. So I'll listen to your lovely episode of your podcast. You know, you're kind of talking about off mic, so it's time to bring it here. Would you break off a friendship depending on your friend's political views?
Let me word this right because y'all comment section be crazy. I'm not breaking off my friendship off of your political. Well, I am. Yeah, I'm gonna stand on it.
Stand on your business.
I'm gonna stand on that business. You're right. I'm gonna stand on it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you and me could be sitting here, and I could say, "Oh, my outfit is fire," and you could say, "Don't really care for it. That's cool. It's my outfit. Doesn't matter." But when it comes to like my rights as a woman or my rights as a Black woman, that's where we not gonna agree to disagree. Either you get it or you don't. So like, if you're on the opposing side, and that's where you stand for, because like, let's be real. Can I say his name? Do you want me to like not say
what, the orange man?
Well,
Yeah.
it's only a man or a woman, so
okay, period.
Yeah.
So like his side stands for racism, homophobic energy, all of that. And I have friends that are gay. I have friends that are trans. Like I'm riding for the people that ride for me, and I don't agree with nobody that goes against what's my right to be free.
I got so many questions.
Go ahead.
I have so many questions. Before we get to the antics, though, all right? I feel like we got to be a responsible platform and say, this is not a political podcast, all right?
Facts.
This is not
Facts.
me fucking reading CNN stats and all that fun stuff. I'm just a Black man in America, simply speaking about my experience living in this lovely country, all right? Now, I completely understand everything that you said, but my pushback is, right? Would somebody be wrong that, I guess, for all the issues that you named, to somebody else that's not on the top of their docket of problems? So therefore, say the issues that the orange man wanted to tackle is more important to them than the things that Kamala wanted to tackle, right? Is that still give you grounds to be like, cut this person off because you think they don't jack what you jacking? It's not they don't jack what you jack. It's just simply they don't think that's the top of the food chain or the biggest fish to fry at the moment.
Yes, because it's still an issue. I'm still a Black woman. So regardless of if that's on the top of your list or not, that's on the top of my list because that's what I am.
But to say, it's not like someone saying they don't care about it. It's just simply saying that, like I said, it's just not at the top of the docket of problems in the country.
I just feel like if you think you care about freedom, but you don't care that applies to everyone, you really just care about privilege. So that's a non-negotiable for me. I'm not leaning from my standpoint. Anything that goes against my existence. I don't argue with opinions no more. Anything that goes against my existence, I can't agree with. I'm sorry. And let's just be real. We're supporting a man that was on Epstein Island and little girls. I am a girl.
Allegedly.
No, that's not alleged. It's not alleged. There's witnesses for that. So like, and all of that allegedly stuff, like he's done so many things in the media that like are so crazy that should never be allowed. So I'll die on this hill. I don't care.
I mean, I'll be clear. I didn't vote for this past election because I will be responsible with saying that people be like, oh, Black people fought for the chance to vote. My parents love saying it all the time, But my thing is, if you don't believe in either parties, like for right now, I didn't like either candidates. I haven't liked either candidates in the past 3 elections. So therefore, even I've only been eligible to vote for 2. So therefore, if I don't like the candidates, I'm simply just not going to vote. Don't put your power towards people that you low-key don't fuck with. Don't be like, there's 2 lesser evils. No. If I don't fuck with neither of them, don't vote for neither. I feel like that's how people should stand. Or
no,
more
I feel
or less,
like that's selfish.
How?
Because there's never going to be a perfect candidate. Nobody's going to have a candidate where they're like, ooh, they check all my boxes. So I feel like and you're not the only person that didn't go out and vote, but I feel like, again, that's showing that everybody else's freedom is not a concern for you.
I just think that, I don't think that let me say this. I agree to what you said, right? There's not a perfect candidate, but at the same time, these past 2 elections, they've been completely dog shit. Like, that's what I mean. It's absolutely terrible candidates to be voting for. That is why me personally, I did not partake. But it's not that I only haven't voted in presidential election. Every other election, I vote for. Like, I unfortunately voted for Hochul. Oh my God, I want to shoot myself in the foot every day for it. But I'm just being honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I vote for my local elections and all that fun stuff. Just a presidential election? No, I have not voted for it.
So why do you think Kamala was not somebody worth voting for with her extensive track record?
I'm just a guy that low key, and I live in New York State. Obviously, we all do. as far as the Democratic Party has been in power, I low-key haven't seen a change for the better in our country. And for the career field that I'm in, on a first-hand experience, like the migrant crisis, right? That is such a problem in society right now. And this whole sanctuary state shit, everyone is welcome here. I am tired of our country taking care of other countries before they take care of ourselves. So no, I'm not about to listen to the Democrats, because it might not necessarily only be Kamala, but I just with the agenda they're pushing of, oh, I'm trying to help everybody else. What about us? Like I have in our topic list, we could get to it now or later, it doesn't matter. But like, as far as like us being whatever, we're a generation that makes more parents than our parents. I mean, we're a generation that makes more money than our parents ever did. All of us struggle to get cribs. All of us are struggling in life in general. And yet, these past 4 years, who's been in office? Democrats. Kamala's been in office for mad long, and her history isn't the greatest. So that's what I'm just saying. I think it's not even necessarily people want to vote for the orange man. It's just like we've been going with the Democrats so long. It just seems like we need a change of pace, apparently, because what we're doing is not working.
But Kamala is also, she was only vice president. So like her power only went so far.
That is true.
Like, I feel like if we would have given her the chance that I felt she deserved, maybe things could have been different. But I hear your point.
Like, I'll be watching, man, like Chris Cuomo and all them people. Mm-hmm. And I know one of the points he made that, like, one of the biggest problems that she ended up saying out loud was, like, to the Biden administration, would you have done anything different? And she was like, I absolutely wouldn't. And I was like, that's crazy. That's super crazy.
Okay.
I'm just being honest, man. Just being honest. But my other question is, since we're on this topic as well, why do you think black people die on the hill of the Democratic Party?
I think that shit, I'm trying to go through my notes.
Well, while you look, I'll just say, because I was talking to one of my mans at work, and he was talking about the election or whatever. And he was like, he voted for Trump loud and proud. And he's a Spanish guy too. Right? Crazy, I know. But he was saying, he was like, he said this bar to me, and the low-key stuck. He was like, you know what it is? We're born Democrat, but when you get older and you start working for shit and you start owning shit you start realizing why people support Republicans. And low-key, that's what opened my eyes to a lot of shit. Especially, once again, I might be a little biased. I'm a first responder in real life, right? So to see how people abuse our Medicaid system, to see firsthand experience on what's going on in these shelters, this is what all our money is going to. And once again, these are all from blue states. So as a guy like me, it's a little troublesome to look at that shit and be like, damn, bro, I'm working mad hard. This is what my money is going to. And once again, we live in New York, where our state is like absolutely dog shit right now. I feel like we low-key live in Gotham City.
Low-key. Maybe high-key. I was just going to say.
We live in Gotham right now, bro.
High-key,
like,
facts.
New York is not a real place right now. So that's why
I was just saying that.
New York is not a real place right now. So that's why I just, like, once again, for me, I didn't vote because, like I said, I didn't support either candidates. But I'm telling y'all, if I were to vote, y'all probably wouldn't be happy with the man I would have picked.
Oh, please.
No, I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? But, I mean, like I said, offer your pushback.
I don't have anything to say.
I just think the reason I was quiet majority of the conversation is because I think politics has become so toxic.
I agree.
And it just gives, and it's sad because it just gives our people more of a reason to dislike each other and go back and forth.
And go against each
other. And
I
refuse to go forward with that agenda. Yeah. Like, I don't have time for that. I will never disclose if I vote, don't vote, who I vote, if I didn't vote. I will never disclose that. I don't engage in conversations like that. Because it's become so toxic.
And it's just like a sticky conversation because it's just like.
And I also feel like I understand how your views, you're strong on your views and you don't want to be friends or remain being friends with somebody for whatever. But I think that if you're going to be like that, you got to be like that with everything. And I don't think anyone's like that. Well, if you're like that, then at least you're being true to everything. Some people will only decide to not be friends with someone that doesn't choose the same political party as them, but still be friends with somebody that doesn't do a lot of the things they don't like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
So you got to, if you're going to stand, like you said, you stand on everything, stand on everything. Right. Don't pick and choose.
Right.
I don't think it's that, for me, I don't think it's that deep to not be friends with somebody, because if they feel like that aligns with them, it aligns with them. It is what it is. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't think it's that serious.
I will say this, though. I'm proud of our generation, because I was once again watching Chris Cuomo, and he actually said that the highest percentage of voters are independents. Meaning people are not subscribing to this whole Republican Democrat bullshit no more. It's like, all right, we're just independent and we just voting for who we personally think is just the best, person for the job.
Yeah.
Not none of this. Subscribing to the red or blue shit. Just think for yourself and pick the candidate that you think is best for the job.
Facts.
Period.
And I just feel like you're supposed to vote for like what you want to see in your environment and what you want to see like for yourself, So like it has to go hand in hand with what you believe in. So I don't really focus heavily on the Democratic Republican shit, but
But when making your decision, did you ever look into Republican side as well, or you just automatically just stuck to one?
No, yeah.
At least you gave it a fair chance.
Yeah.
Because I believe some people just automatically choose one side and don't ever look into both.
Right.
What both are offering.
Yeah.
So you made your fair decision, but
Yeah.
some people don't make the fair decision. And if you are going to make a decision, make it a fair one. Look at both sides and say, okay, this aligns, that aligns, and go from there.
Also, I think like we are like the adults now. Like, so we should be paying attention to both sides and figuring out what aligns with us and what doesn't.
Definitely
Like, you know what I mean? So like we have to be paying attention to both sides. So even now, like with however the election went, like you still got to pay attention to all of it.
I completely agree. Like I said, nobody's saying you got to be able to name policies like the back of your hand.
Right, right.
Like nobody's saying that, but it's simple. Waking up in the morning, watching CNN for the first 20 minutes while you're getting ready for work. It don't hurt you. It don't hurt nobody. Quick little video podcast, 20 minutes of your day. Just try to tune into something that you know is going on with, the world.
Yeah.
Or at least your state for the most part.
I'm going to say something that maybe might not be favorable, but I think in general, it is foolish to even trust any part of the government at all,
Facts.
no matter who's in office.
Right.
So to even really be going hard, arguing with each other and being like, I don't want to be a friend anymore. It's like, they gonna still show us their ass no matter what. And my thing is, I feel like it's sometimes it's manipulative. Like they pick and choose what they want to say to appeal to whoever they want to appeal to. So Facts. They get their votes. And when they're in office, be like, I ain't really gonna do that. Now what?
Shout out Hillary when she was like, yeah, I got me some fried chicken in Harlem and shit. I'm like, bro, look at this person. And this is the Democrat y'all want me to vote for?
And I
give it a stat.
I feel like for me, I see both sides. Like I'm not gonna hold you. I see when people be like, okay, they be looking at the orange man, like at least you could see what you're dealing with. You see that, the devil, you know what you're dealing with. Right. And with the other one, people were just like, now she want to be with Beyonce, now she want to be with the city girls, and now it's like she's acting. She was kind of like being fake. Like
I ain't gonna lie, your
be that way forever.
Over there turning her rallies to the BET Awards.
He's an a-hole, and we know he's an a-hole. He never changed his stance on being an a-hole, but she was kind of on some like, come on now. She gave me. I'm not gonna lie. That alone was just annoying.
The only thing that I really, 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 really did not like was Megan Thee Stallion twerking at the rally.
It's not.
I
was
like, see, now we making a fool out of ourselves.
It's giving Source Awards.
Yeah.
Like it just looks so bad. But like I feel like personally, I think Kamala was really just trying to like appeal to everybody, and she was trying to grab as many people in that appeal to the younger artists like City Girls.
But I also
Beyonce.
feel like she was being black for convenience. Because like even with her saying, like when people ask about her hair, she's like, oh, I just do a roller blow. First off, you don't got that 4C3A hair type because you are not a 4C3A girly. You're a brown girl. You're an Indian woman. So don't be brown for convenience. Now all of a sudden I'm a brown girl and my mom's brown. Now all of a sudden because you want to appeal to the black people. You should have been like that from when you said I did it, Joe. Be like that from then.
I see that point.
So that's the only thing I don't like. I like realness, and even though I don't subscribe to any of the stuff. But I'm just saying, like, be who you are from day one and stick to that.
Facts. I agree with that.
He a roach. He gonna be a roach forever.
Period. And we knew that.
I agree. That's what I mean personally. Like when I was doing my little research of politics within this presidential election, I don't want people to get it confused that, and I'm not gonna say I speak for all men, but like it's not that we don't want a woman president. I hate hearing that shit. Like, oh, you guys just don't want a woman in power. That's not the case. Hillary was dog shit. And Kamala was low-key not the greatest candidate either. Y'all gotta find a strong candidate. Period. I don't care if you're a woman, man, a fucking snowman. It doesn't matter. Just be a good candidate.
And also, why don't our people push themselves to be president too? Like, come on. Y'all really want to change? How about one of us actually push ourselves to get there and become president yourself so that we don't have these issues?
That part, just be a
There's
good
nothing
candidate,
stopping
bro.
us.
I'm tired of hearing the whole, it's because she's a woman and women earn their feelings. That's why they didn't want to. I'm like, no, bro. Kamala just wasn't valid, bro. In my opinion. She just wasn't valid, bro. And I want to double down on what you said. Yes, I am going to take the man that's racist in my face versus the people that's racist behind my back. Not saying Kamala was, but and when he first went against Hillary, absolutely. I did not fuck with Hillary at all. at all. Just had to triple down on her, bro. She was a fucking dub, bro. There's no way. No fucking way, bro. I was jacking her, bro. I'm sorry. Had to get that off real quick. But anyway, back to our lovely struggles. So, being in our lovely millennial day and age, what are your, I guess, day-to-day struggles that you would like to see change in America? I'm going to be the first one to say housing. Because I'm going to stand on the fact that 2-bedroom apartments... You
ain't going to like what I'm going to say.
2-bedroom apartments should not be $2,400.
No, that's a fact. That's actually a fact.
And all these buildings that cost $3 and up, what career can I get right now that's affording that, bro?
Facts. Mm-hmm.
I'm saying...
I agree with that.
The only thing I want to see change is because I'm a parent, is the things we're exposing our kids to. That's what I want to change. That's the only thing that is irritating my
Now say it with your chest.
Because I think, like, even when it comes to the educational system, like, we want to take out something that's important to our history and want to add in things that children should not even be aware of.
Period. Thank you.
That is the only thing that, and I take it as far as, and y'all gonna know, who knows what I'm talking about knows what I'm talking about. When it comes to my children, when they have certain conversations in school, my children have to leave the classroom. I don't even allow my children to participate in those conversations. Children should be children. Yeah. Learn about your colors.
But do they even ask you to remove your kid? What if they teaching your kid? And then,
no, they have to remove my child because my child's gonna tell me if they were taught that, and then we're gonna have a problem because I have a choice. It's my child.
Exactly.
I have a choice, and I write letters and I write emails, and I go into the school and I make sure, like, y'all know that this one got to be out the class, right? This one right here, yeah. No. Why don't children? I feel like I remember doing science projects, doing things like that, learning about the ecosystem. Yeah. Why are we not focusing on those things? Let's educate these children teach them math, science. Like, come on. That's the only thing I need to change. That's it.
I agree. I'm saying, shout out them people.
I'm dead.
Shout out them people. But yeah, I mean, once again, I feel like I'm in a space right now. I mean, I ain't had no kids, but if I had a kid right now, I'd be scared as fuck right now for the world that they're living in, bro. But then again, half the internet wants me to be sterile, so. All right.
Damn.
But yeah, what about you? What would you like to see change in America today?
That's so hard because there's so many things.
Give me 3.
I definitely would like, inflation the percentage rate was a lot, well, not a lot higher, but it was higher last year. So it is kind of coming down by 0.2. But I would like that to be something that we talk about because I feel like it's kind of crazy that we're all like in our prime, like living our lives, getting our careers, and we can't afford shit. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, that doesn't make no sense. We're literally making so much more than what our parents used to make.
Absolutely.
And we still living with them because we can't
do like living paycheck to paycheck.
Hello.
Parents done bought houses making a $50,000 salary a year.
It's crazy to me.
He's just making 80 to 100K, and all of us still feel like it's a check to check type situation.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like society itself is just built like a weird monopoly. Like, for example, like, you know, the college route. But you go to college and you get so much fucking school debt that like half your check now when you go to college, it's either it goes to your bills and your fucking student debt. Then you go the way of not going to college, but now a lot of places don't want to pay you a lot of money because you don't have some certification or some type of degree. It's like, yo, bro, where the fuck do you win? And then they wonder why so much people's getting into content creation and doing all this other shit. Because it's like, yo, bro, what is the incentive of going to college nowadays? And you can give your insight because you're the college graduate here.
I want to expand on what you said too, because even like you can go to college for so many years, but like if you don't got that 1 year of experience, like it puts you back so far. Like I'm in that boat right now. Like I went to school all these years, but like, do you have experience? Have you been in the girl? How? If I was in class,
girl,
like, what do you mean? No, I
y'all
don't.
College, y'all be that's a red flag.
Like it's crazy, and I'm like. I understand. Like, my parents always taught me like your education is something that nobody could take away from you. So that's why like when I got into it, I ran with it. But like, it is very hard to find something that you're passionate about, but find something that's also going to sustain your life. So, shit, I'm a nerd, so I support all college shit. But like, if it's not for you, don't do that.
And it's also sad because sometimes I even witness friends of mine go to school, get degrees, bachelor's, master's, and then be told after an interview that we can't take you because you're basically above what we need.
Overqualified.
Like, overqualified. Like, come on. Like, it's insulting.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that because I've done the work and done beyond what you expected of me, you don't want me?
Right.
Overqualified is crazy. I might spit on you if you say that.
Or like when you're on Indeed,
mature,
something as simple as now receptionist, associate's degree.
Yeah.
I'll be damned to go get me a degree and go be a receptionist.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. They sell it so high to make it seem like you got all these benefits and there's going to open so many doors for you. And then you get to the finish line. It's just like, damn, where the doors at?
My theory is when more black people got degrees is when they started twisting things around.
I second that.
People need to start doing their research as to what these careers are paying, right? Like, I'm not want to shoot nobody's dreams down. You know, shout out my little sister, right? She's going to school right now for film and like production and shit. Which, since I'm doing this podcast shit and I've been a creative, I know what kind of money you can make on some freelance shit, but you really got to hustle for it. Mm-hmm. So for her case, I was like, my sister's a little like introverted person, so I was like, I would have a conversation where I'm like, yo, do you know what you're getting yourself into? Because if you're not going to be like outgoing, low-key hustle for the bread, it's going to be hard to come by. It's not as easy like 9 to 5 gig you could get with it. So I just want people to be mindful what they're going to college for, especially after the pandemic. That essential worker shit, people need to low-key like look into that as in, if the world were to stop tomorrow, would I still have a job type shit? Mm-hmm. Like the EMTs, cops, nurses, doctors, those things of that nature. Like those are people that's always going to have jobs. That's why I feel like getting a career, those are the careers y'all should be thinking about. And those are the careers that pay. And pay attention to these salaries, too.
But you know what's funny? You see how you just said essential workers? For me, I did the complete opposite. I don't want to be any of those things because I got to still go to work and do all of this. I don't want, no. I want to be able to, let me stay home.
I was an essential worker during the pandemic. I was a manager at ShopRite. So I was in that. With them people.
And my job was technically essential workers because I'm a housekeeper, but I'm least senior, so I got to stay home. Because I would have been bad as hell if I had to clean up.
Yeah, that was a crazy.
Yeah, I worked the entire pandemic. And I was working for Pepsi back then.
Man, that was a crazy time.
Am I really that necessary to stack sodas on these shelves?
God bless all you essential workers that was in the mud,
dude.
You know, I know during the pandemic they let like essential workers get like those free hotels, and I'm mad I never got to utilize that. That's what I wish I got to use.
I made a lot of money during the pandemic though, because
talk about it.
I made a lot of money.
Legally.
I made a lot of money.
I was clocking in, baby. I made a lot of money.
I worked 2 jobs during the pandemic just cause there was nothing else to do.
Exactly.
Nothing else to do. But like I said, I wanted to double down on the check careers thing. I seen a comment where it was some cop comment, and it was like that cop's only acting like that because they make like $60,000 a year. I said, what state you living in?
Right.
Oh, like NYPD at top pay right now makes $130,000 after 5 years.
After 5 years is the problem.
5 years.
After 5 years is the problem. Will I make it to 5 years to even get that money?
Listen,
that's the question. Things happen every day.
By year 2, they with the overtime and mandations that they get, which also suck for their job, but with that, they're clearing 6 figures, bro.
I think it's insulting to even offer that after 5 years. And I think that if they were smart, they would all band together and fight against that. They need more.
That's what they just fought for. That is a lot of money for 5 years. You got to think about it. A lot of jobs don't.
After 5 years?
5 years ain't that crazy. Think about it. Your working span is 25 to 30 years.
Mm-hmm. So, do you know that what I do, I make more than most cops make in their second year?
Yeah, but second
and all I'm doing is cleaning rooms. They're going out there risking their lives.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
That's insulting.
For 2 years, but that's what I'm saying. That's in their year 2. Now in their year 5, they over there balling, bro. 130 bands, bro. Clearing 6 figures after taxes, not before.
I disagree with that.
I'm saying
they deserve that before the 5 years.
And that's them once again at 5 years just walking through the door. A lot of them could clear like 180 a year.
Before the 5 years, I think they deserve it.
I'm not trying to advocate for cops here, but get y'all
nurses, essential workers deserve that. Before 5 years, deserve that.
I'm in that same boat. I'm about to hit my 5-year mark at my job. I need that. Can't wait to see that pay bump, you heard? But I'm still broke. Don't let them fool you, all right? I'm still broke. So just between the housing shortages, all right? Migrant crisis got to end as well. You know, I was watching Mayor Adams the other day lie through his fucking teeth. But I don't know if I'm allowed to say that due to my job, but I said it anyway. He be lying. He dead be lying. All right? And damn, eggs got to come down, bro. I ain't gonna lie. No reason why a dozen eggs is like $7.99, bro.
Bro, lettuce?
Why is a
head of lettuce? Why is a head of lettuce like $3-4?
That's why you need to go shop in the hood because I be getting eggs for like $4. I don't know what you're talking about.
What store you going to?
That's
still dumb.
I don't want. I'm a gatekeep. I'm gatekeeping. And it be the good brand eggs too. It don't be the raggedy. It be the good brand Eggland's best. And I buy brown eggs. I'm telling you,
that's still crazy as hell. Yeah. $4 for some eggs,
but it's less than what he just said.
Yeah, bro. I'll be going to ShopRite. You know, ShopRite be mad bread. But the little hood stores too, though, like the Sea Towns and all that, it should be mad expensive, bro. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shit gotta come down, bro.
Listen, this is why you gotta go to Walmart and just do what you gotta do.
Nah, facts. Go to Aldi. Aldi got some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I don't really like Aldi. The store is kind of chaotic.
I'm not even gonna say what you gotta do. But y'all, the ones who know, go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Self-checkout.
So checkout go crazy, man.
You always get a deal.
Right.
Listen, man.
Anyone you want, pick one.
Listen, man, get that money, man, by any means necessary. All right. I don't think college is a bad idea. Just like I said, just be mindful of what you're doing when you go to college, man. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I think we should all do? Everybody just come together and just don't pay y'all bills. What they gonna do if all of us don't do it? What
facts.
they gonna do?
Like, is this gonna have to take something drastic
We have
for
to
us
just
all
stop
to
paying
do
y'all bills.
for them to really?
Or everybody, how about
Chaos.
this? 100 of us go inside of a supermarket and just raid that bitch. Like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
Like you saying we need chaos.
Have people
right?
at the door with them holding the doors open. Like, come on. Like,
Got them.
what are they gonna do?
I value my
Mask-
freedom.
Listen, we need to do something serious.
Yeah.
You said on a few podcasts ago, chaos is necessary.
Very
Let's
much
go
is.
some shit up.
All right.
Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to rebel. Give me a reason.
I was outside for the George Floyd riots. And I remember, I think a week after I got the call from my job that I work at now. Yeah, I had to archive them pictures so fast. I was outside being a menace. I ain't gonna lie. I was OD outside being a menace.
Like, it was a time, I think, on Facebook where people was like, on this particular day, don't buy gas. I didn't buy gas.
Facts.
But I seen people buy gas and I was like, yo, you a sellout. Like, why you buying gas? Like, this is why they treat us the way they treat
Betrayal.
us. Because y'all punks. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, if we gonna do it, we gotta stick to it. We all
Yes,
gotta do
everybody come together and dead go straight forward. Like, nah.
Mhm.
Let's all just go on strike. The whole damn, make a whole borough go on strike for the day. None of us going to work.
Right.
None of us going nowhere. We all just gonna stay home. What they gonna do? Nothing.
I want to talk about this real quick. I don't even have it in the list, but I just thought about it right now. Low key, I feel like when it comes to schooling and shit too, I feel like all curriculum need to change, right? Like, why when you go to college, they got prerequisite classes? I will never understand that shit.
Yeah.
If I don't need to be doing fucking algebra 2, all right, if I want to learn how to do fucking, I don't know, but go become a nurse or some shit. Like, bro, or trigonometry
you do need
or
math
something.
to be a nurse.
Yeah.
Very minimal though. Not something crazy. Quick little decimal fractions just so you can, administer medicine. There's no reason why you want me to go take trigonometry to go become a fucking nurse. That shit don't make no sense. Or when I was in class, they made me do art. I was in school for paralegal.
No, what got me mad? When I was in school,
I feel that. Art.
When I was in school, they made me go. I was in school for business, and they said I did speech. I didn't understand the purpose of it, but they're like, "Oh, if you do a presentation in business, you may need to be able to speak."
Right.
But I don't feel like it was really that serious.
I did public speaking too.
I bodied my speech.
I feel like public speaking kind of helped me in like other areas.
I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I did too. I loved it, but I was just like, why?
That's the only prerequisite that I was like, okay, I could use that one day.
I bodied my speech class. You know what's crazy? Because I did zero homework in all speech. But every speech I had, I like aced it. And my teacher was like, Jordan, you know I will give you an A+ in this class if you just did your homework. I was like, what's the highest grade I could get without it? She's
when I was
she's like a B+. I'm like,
when I was in school, I had a 3.8 average. I did my homework as soon as I left the classroom. I didn't even because I procrastinate. So I was like, yo, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be serious about it. Yeah. So I did my homework. I always picked the nerds to help me with my projects. I did what I needed to do.
She capped anyway though. She gave me an A in that class.
Period. See, she was a kind woman.
The pandemic is what stopped me from finishing school though. I'm blaming the pandemic on that.
Oh my God, the pandemic. I was literally getting my bachelor's. I think I was like one semester away. And I was living out there in Fairleigh Dickinson. That's where I went in New Jersey. And they had sent us an email like, yo, because we was on spring break when they shut us down. And they was like, yo, you don't come back. We'll see you when we see you. That was crazy. And I had to like transfer to be an online student. Crazy.
One thing about me, I like to be in person.
Me too.
So when online in the beginning, I was trying it. I couldn't keep up. I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't keep up.
Me too.
So I ended up just telling them like, look, I'll come back when I am able to come see y'all in person.
It was a huge adjustment for me, but I was at home anyway. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I got my whole master's online. Okay, yeah.
And we was all home.
Period. I don't.
I could not. Them running around, them having to go to school. I couldn't do it. I couldn't focus.
Yeah. For you.
So preferably in the job market, would you rather have a salary paying job or you would get paid hourly?
Hourly.
I'm an hourly guy too. I ain't gonna lie.
Because salary, sometimes you work overtime and it doesn't show because you're stuck in this base.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Salary. I'm hourly all the way.
Yeah, I'll say hourly too.
I'm an hourly guy. Another reason why I just want to bring it up, because I feel like when you talk about the job market, going to college and all that shit, you get this lovely salary. I'm like, yo, don't let the real world fool you, bro. Overtime is what pays the bills and gets the real money on, bro. These salaries be bullshit, because that's how they really start swindling you. Because now they need 80 hours of work from you and they only paying you what you agreed that salary for.
If I ever did a salary job and it's a 9 to 5, I'm there at 9, I'm out at 5.
Oh yeah, I'm signing off at 4:59.
Bag packed and ready to go. I don't give a. But can you just
Bet you my car would be started by 5:01.
Increase my money and we can talk about it.
What?
Like, no,
I ain't playing like that.
And I feel bad for people that actually love their job, that work the 9 to 5s, because they want to stay and do extra, and it's like they're not even getting paid for it, basically.
Like I know some people that work salary, they be like, "Oh, I get to leave early," but like, I don't know, depending on what career field you're in, but how often you get to do that? Like I know for me, I was in paralegal, right? So there's some like case weeks where they'll be like, "Yo, I'm swamped at work. Like, I'm working mad overtime." But then other weeks where it's like really slow, they're like, "All right, I'm only working like 2 out of my 5 days out of the week." So I mean, it works sometimes. But
one thing I'm gonna suggest for people, young people especially, hospitality is where it's at. Before I got in the field I was in, I did not know. Everybody's quiet about it. You got a union. Yep. I leave 2 hours early and still get paid.
Yep.
Like,
I'm telling you, there's a lot of industries that make a lot of fucking money. You know? Once again, shout out EMS too. A lot of people, you look at their salaries and be like, "Oh, they don't make a lot of money." There's unlimited overtime working EMS, bro. You can make however much money you would like to make, bro. Do not let these niggas fool you. Obviously, the joke that Biggie Smalls made in the movie, the garbage men get paid more than teachers. That was a real thing.
Teachers deserve more money. Teachers do. That's a fact. Teachers deserve more money. Y'all need to start going on strike. Leave them kids outside in the yard and go about your business, and then they will learn that y'all need y'all money.
And like teachers are also so dedicated. Like there's teachers that been there like 10, 15 years, like and working the same as when they started. What?
Shout out Mrs. E. Her, yo, she dead ass. There was a girl that was like a grade or 2 above me. She's a pre-K teacher. She had her daughter. That girl now, obviously, is an adult, had her daughter, and she got taught by the same person. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, bro. How you teach her? She had a kid, and you taught her freaking daughter, bro.
Yep. That's how it is at my daughter's school. I have a lot of my teachers are still there.
Yeah,
to this day.
I'm a special education para, so like I work in the middle school I went to, and everybody's still there. Everybody.
But that also speaks on the school they're in too.
Yep.
That means it's a great work environment that they even want to stay that long with each other.
Yeah, no cap. Because my middle school, unless they retired, all of them dead ass stayed there for the most part.
Yeah.
I think besides my 8th grade teacher, he's a dick sucker. I said that a couple episodes back. He's super dick sucker.
We all got one of those.
And secretaries in the schools be getting paid money too. That's a good little salary.
Facts.
You saw who?
Secretaries inside of the school.
Facts, bro. Facts.
They be having funky attitudes. I don't know if that's a general thing, but all of y'all got funky attitudes, and I be cursing them out. I don't give a rat's ass. I be up in that office going off. Like, do not play with me. I will grab you behind that desk and go to jail with a smile on my face.
Literally, cheese.
I just put this in the notes because I also want to start talking about that as well. That obviously civil service jobs, trade school, right? I don't know why in school they never tell you about trade school. Now, my high school, shout out to High, they did have that little corner way back in the back of the high school, the automotive class, and they kind of spoke about it, but that was it. Low key, and I seen an article, I wish I found it before this pod, that was talking about like the most millionaires nowadays are coming from trade jobs. So another reason why, to push the agenda on this pod, stop letting people force feed fucking college down your throat, bro.
Facts.
I'm not against college, but I'm just saying there's mad ways to get money.
Yeah.
Mad ways to get money. Get a CDL. Don't let niggas be making that joke online with like, yeah, he can't rap. Yeah, tell him go get that CDL. But that's not a bad thing, bro. Like, bro, CDL.
IT is a good field to be in as well. IT is so many dimensions with IT that you can.
And you don't gotta go. Well, some people go to college, you get certification for it. Yep. You get certifications for that shit and get paid the same salary, bro. Just do your fucking research, bro. That's all I'm saying. I was gonna keep pushing that agenda this episode, all right? Get this money on, man, and don't sell drugs. Stay out of the streets, you heard? Stay out of the fucking streets.
You can be a pharmacist.
What else do I have here? But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let me see. Oh no, I almost forgot about one of the biggest topics of today. Blood thicker than water, but water tastes better, man. So we was listening to your lovely podcast as well. And we heard your story of you fake beefing with your family members because them niggas don't be actually let me fix my words. You was beefing because I guess what did they say? That like I guess they always treated you a type of way that you kept voicing your opinion that you didn't like the way they was treating you, and yet they still kept doing it. So expound on that, let our lovely audience hear the story.
There's just certain things that I don't care to talk about, so like it's not very much of a story. But I feel like I have a few people in my family or used to be in my circle that like I'm somebody that's like, if you do something that I don't like, let's talk about it because I don't want to harbor that, and I also don't want to look at you no type of way. So let me tell you how I feel, and if I tell you how I feel, how you move dictates how we move on from here. So I have certain family members where it's like, oh yeah, I hear you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do better. And then it happens again and again. And I'm like, I'm not one of those people that likes to repeat myself either. So it only takes me one time to tell you what I will and will not allow. And if you continue to damn near say, I don't give a fuck and just do you, I have to separate myself. I'm the queen of detachment.
I agree 100%.
So let me ask you something then. So I'm just rattle off questions real quick. So, as far as your family dynamic, what would you say is good, bad? Your immediate family,
it's
like
great.
who you live with.
It's great. Yeah.
So, extended family, same thing or no?
I wouldn't say so. No.
And why so?
People be weird.
Just like unsolicited opinions and stuff.
Not even unsolicited opinions. Like it just goes down to how you treat me. Like I don't feel like I'm respected by a lot of people in my family, or like my family is respected by a lot of people in my family because my parents are my everything. So like, if you got beef for them, you got beef for me. I'm sorry. So that's just how we giving it up. But my immediate family is great. Like we ride for each other, but like I don't really have like a lot more outside of that.
Do you believe in repairing friendships and relationships after fallouts or nah?
I do. It depends what it is, though. And it depends how many times I told you that I didn't like that.
See, I know I was going to like you. We're on the
Oh,
same
period.
page.
See?
Same page.
I'm just saying, I mean, yeah, it depends.
A person can only treat you how you allow them to treat you.
Exactly.
So if I'm going to keep telling you I don't like that, don't do it, and you keep doing it, you don't care. So, deuces.
So they come with sincere apologies.
Sincere apologies have to come with changed behavior.
A word. I say it all the time.
Grab the flag. You need
I'm
the green
grab the
flag.
flag. Green, right? This is green.
Why you don't have green? Why you don't have green?
This is green.
What the hell?
We need green flags, you know?
I mean,
make a podcast wish list.
Because people love to say sorry. Save your sorries.
Right.
Show me with action that you want to be better.
Right.
And then we could go from there.
And I also feel like sometimes when you apologize to people, you're doing it for yourself. So like you're apologizing just so you could clear your own conscience and say, okay, well, I apologized to her. I tried to extend the olive branch, but there was no changed behavior. And I'm big on treating people how they treat me.
Exactly.
I don't really talk to my extended family like that, so yeah, I don't. I can't relate. But then again, I mean, I understand the whole, like I said, boundaries thing, right? Somebody keep crossing them boundaries. Only own so many times, but keep telling you about yourself, bro.
I think for my healing, I have to forgive in order for me to move forward with my family. I would like to, but it all depends on how that behavior change. If they're offering change in their behavior, then we can go forward in baby steps.
Yeah, I think too, like, there's so many people in my family that I've, like, stiff-armed for so long that, like, I'm cool. I'm great. I'm a totally different person than the person you know. So, like, we can agree to just be on this planet totally separate from each other.
I feel like I'm standing on the fact that I was born in this family. My parents had sex and made me. I didn't ask to be in this part of this shit.
Facts.
So I don't understand why
Facts.
y'all keep on making me feel like I gotta be a part of it. I don't want to.
I'm the black sheep of my family, so like I be calling niggas out. I don't care.
That's me.
Like
that's me.
I don't like that you did that. That's very weird. Like I'm just that type of person.
I be the first one to say
I am that type of person, bro. Don't do no weird shit in front of me because we're gonna talk about it.
I be
and
the
my
first
family
one to
does
be
not
like
that.
I ain't like how you was up in so and so's husband's face 2 days ago. I'm telling you straight up. And
I ruined.
It's
not Nixie. It's calling people out and making them be accountable.
And this is why I can't be around them mostly because when we at the event,
they hate to see me coming.
I be like, didn't you slap her last week? Like,
they hate to see me coming. Oh,
get out of here with that.
Oh shit!
Get out of here with
she about
that.
to tell us about ourselves again.
She don't let shit go.
No,
I don't let it go.
I have certain family
Hate to
members where it's
see
like,
me
yo,
coming.
you did this one thing to me when I was 12, and you still ain't apologize. I'm holding on to that forever. So
Let go of grudges. It's not
a
healthy.
grudge. It's
no,
just
but also
noted. Mentally noted.
I think people hide behind the fact that, but it's sure this.
Yes,
but it's sure that. Because
Girl.
my thing is, for example, when people say stuff like, but it's your mom. Because she's my mom, she should know better.
Yeah.
She's my mom. And I'm not saying this is like an issue. She's my mom.
Right.
She gave birth to me. I'm a mother. If my children get older and decide they don't want to mess with me, I know I did something wrong.
Right.
It's me.
See, and I feel like there's so many like people out there that are just like, damn, my kids like moved out and now they don't want to fuck with me. What is wrong with them? No. That's you, babe. Like you did something to them kids that was like, yeah, no, when we get out of here, we gonna get out of here. That's what a lot of parents
I don't like when
understand.
people try to force people to move forward because it's this, because it's they because of who they are in my life, they should know better than to treat me the way they treated me. They should want to love me and respect me because of who they are in my life. You don't want to give me that, then bye.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I totally agree.
Look at y'all, Kobe and Shaq on that
Totally
couch.
agree.
Kobe and Shaq on that couch. Look at y'all.
Totally agree.
You don't have. I know you're the opposite of us.
I don't have no takes. I don't want to like pour in anything I'm saying. This is my time. I'm not actually being devil's advocate for once. Because I understand. I mean, I got a good family dynamic, but like I said, I understand both. Situations. Listen, man. I am a firm believer. I ride who ride for me. You know, loyalty is royalty. I live by that shit. So like, I got homies that I feel like I could call faster than a brother or one of my cousins or some shit. Like,
facts.
It just be like that sometimes, you know. Like,
I just look at it as sad. Like because I feel like when you go on a journey of healing, you can notice toxic things in other people's lives. I've learned to just shut up because it's not my place to always talk on other people's situation. But when I notice toxic dynamics in families that people are stuck in and they feel like they're obligated to stay there, I feel sad. Like, damn, like you have to deal with, like you feel like you have to deal with this because that's whoever they are to you. Yep. That's sad.
Like my friends be telling me all the time, they be like, damn, like you're so strong, you don't give a fuck. Like, no, it's not about me being strong. It's just being fed up with having to repeat myself about how I want to be treated by people.
Everybody should demand respect, is all I'm saying.
Type shit. Before we close, I want to get to your last thingy that you wrote in here. Because you want to read it, or you want me to do it?
Oh, yeah, I'll read that one. Because I came across a post on Facebook and it stuck with me. This young lady basically spoke about the fact that she was dating someone that's paralyzed and he's abusing her. He like tells her like to bend down and like he'll like hit her and slap her up and stuff like that. She was asking the people on Facebook for advice on how to get out of that situation.
Find me that comment section.
Of course the comments were like, girl, you can roll his ass in a river.
Find me that. Find me
But
that comment section immediately.
The reason why it stuck with me is because I'm a person that survived abuse. I've been, unfortunately, multiple abusive relationships. And I think people need to understand that even though the person is paralyzed, right? And obviously she could physically just walk away or leave the person wherever. Sometimes with abusers, they don't start with hitting you. They start with breaking you down emotionally, verbally, making you feel like you're in your lowest point of your life when you have nobody. They isolate you. So you're literally alone. You feel like you have to depend on them. Like, it's so many levels to abuse that it may not be that he started off by just hitting her. He could have just been on some, come help take care of me. She's his nurse. He gets SSI. Her family doesn't deal with her. And now she feels like she's stuck in a rock in a hard place because it's like, yo, this is my only way of living and surviving because this person's taking care of me and I don't have nobody. And he's abusing me. Yeah. So for me, I understand like how that could have happened.
Are you asking me what I would do in the situation?
Yeah, what would you do in the situation?
I feel like I just clarify.
Hell is hot. Just think about that before you answer.
Hell is hot. You're right. I don't got enough summer clothes. Anyway, so I feel like I'm not about to sit here and like justify his behavior and just say because he's in a wheelchair and he might be angry with his situation, like, let's hear him out. No, because clearly that's an abusive situation. So like, I have never experienced that, but I understand the emotional tie that you could have to somebody that's doing that to you. And then the situation that they're in, like, you never know who's the breadwinner, how does it work? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many layers to it. But me personally, if I'm with somebody and I love them, but they're not showing me that they love me and they're doing stuff like that to me, how worthy is that relationship? You know what I mean?
So what advice would you give her?
Weigh your options. That's the first step you got to do. Weigh your options. Figure out how you can get out if you can. I'm not even going to say if because I'm sure there's a possibility if you can. But like, weigh your options. Figure it out. Like,
I think she should definitely come up with a plan. A plan that you could leave in the most safest way.
A plan and then a backup plan.
Yeah.
For sure.
You definitely have to make a plan because... And in that situation, I guess stuck with me also because I remember it was a time where I dated an ex and he said to me that... Because I admitted that I've been through abusive relationships. He said to me, you could have just walked away. Like, you could have just walked away. And it's like, I don't think people need to educate themselves on abuse. Yeah. It's not like, even with the girl, she literally, of course, anybody can literally walk away, but it's not always that simple. You have to allow people the grace and know that not everybody just can some people be so messed up mentally that that the door is open and you won't walk through it.
Yeah. And there's also like, I feel like it's unfortunate, but there's also a breaking point for some people. Sometimes you really got to go through it with somebody and really be in that abusive shit until you really wake up one day and you're like, nah, I've been doing this for way too long. I'm not into it no more. You know what I mean? Like, it really takes that, you having to go through that to learn and figure it out on your own, you know? Like, you can't really depend on the advice of other people because they're not in the situation with you. So it sucks, but it's really hard.
But like I said, if I could lend advice, definitely make a plan.
Yeah, definitely make a plan.
If she ever gets the chance to see this, and she literally was going through that, and it's not a joke, because people like to get Facebook, whatever. Yeah. Make a plan, and make your plan be safe with it. Do it in secret, and look out resources to get out of that situation. You're definitely gonna need therapy after. You're definitely gonna need therapy
resources,
after.
And then also seek support. You're gonna have to reach out to your homegirls and tell them what you've been through. You're gonna have to call your mom and tell her what you've been through. All that pride shit. And I don't want to tell people what I'm going through behind closed doors. You kind of got to let that go when you're in situations like that too, because a part of your plan, you're going to need that help and that support.
And the plan I think you should have is take him swimming.
Yep. Unbuckle his little seatbelt.
Go to the pool.
Unbuckle. Yeah.
Hell is hot.
Or.
And accidentally, if
hell is hot. Never mind.
Go to the deep end of the pool.
Like I always say. Like
or you go on vacation for a couple days and just leave them there.
Yeah.
Stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. When somebody shows you
Put
who
them in the
they
shower.
are, believe them.
I'm sorry.
All right? When somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
What's your advice to her from a man's standpoint? What's your advice?
That's my advice. And then I ain't gonna be for anybody in those situations. Like I said, you know my situation, tough. We'll be told soon. But I'm just saying.
Wait. I'm sorry, I'm being nosy. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Be told soon. But listen, abusive relationships obviously are like one of the hardest things to get out of, bro. And in my situation that I was in, the Johnny Law had to, do what it did to get me out of that situation. And to finally open my eyes, because I was one of those, you guys don't see what I see. Oh my God, I'm a fucking idiot. I was a fucking idiot, bro. So that
don't allow yourself grace. Allow yourself
But
grace.
now I'm saying, seeing what I see now and knowing what I know now, I was like, there's just so many times where like, God gonna show you over and over and over, and he gonna keep showing you when you should have dipped. Like in my situation, I could have pinpoint every single time where I was like, this should have been the last straw. This should have been the last straw. But I kept giving chances. That's why I keep saying, stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Or shout out to Sada. Trust and verify. Trust and verify, all right? Because people, like I said, actions speak louder than words, bro. People got to stop getting attached to the words of what people say. And that's how abusers normally stick to the situation and be like, that wasn't me. I'm just doing this because...
And my mama left me at 5 years old.
Right.
But then tomorrow they back at it like they never left. I'm going to talk to the
lady.
It's always a backstory.
I'm going to talk to the lady. The lady told me I need to do right by you.
Bro, that's crazy. I hate when the sob story comes out. Like, bro, that's nobody's responsibility but your own.
Women and men, please stop saying, if that was me, I would never. You don't know until you're in that position. I was one of those people prior to my situations where I would never, if a man put his hand on my ass, over. And my dumbass was getting hit between the washer and the dryer and didn't do a goddamn thing. Don't say that.
I absolutely hate that for you.
You don't know until you're in that situation. Just pray to God that you never end up in that situation.
Yeah.
So, you ain't gotta tell me twice, bro. I'm so jaded to like dating now because of that. My situation is like, yo, bro, like I'll be quick to cut you off because I don't even want to get that invested again to the point where I'm like, I'm even second guessing myself. Because I feel like even in situations like that, the biggest thing is you literally lose yourself. Like I say this to all the bros. I'm like, yo, I was doing shit that I will never do in my fucking life again. Like and when I was in that situation, I'm like, yo, bro, what was I doing, bro? Like, who was I? That was not me. Like, the Jordan that was there is not the Jordan of today. And it never was. Like, nobody can ever be like, I experienced that person. Like, I don't even know what that person did that got that out of me. And it pisses me off every time I think about it.
And when we do have the chance to speak about your story, people need to understand that men go through shit too.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
And it goes under the radar because people assume, like, but you're a big man. How could you let that little girl...
Yeah.
Again, abuse starts mentally first. You don't know what that woman has over that man's head.
Yeah.
It happens to men. And it's sad. I know couples like where the man was the one that was the victim. And it went under the radar because he's a man, she's a woman.
Yeah. And I feel like society doesn't give them the outlet or the platform
men don't have
to
a
even
place.
talk about that.
They don't have a place.
I hate that. That's why like on my podcast I always say like I talk heavily about like men's mental health because like they need never know. Y'all go through shit too, and it's not fair that we are the only ones that could really sit on the couch and talk about it. You feel me?
And if I'm gonna be real, a lot of that comes from us.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Because when unfortunately some women have mishandled the moment that a man has wanted to open up, and because of them, that man is walking around upset. Yeah. Because now he's like, I will never open up to a woman ever again.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the court system doesn't favor men. Society doesn't favor men. It's just it's a rough time we living in. You know.
I have a question.
Well.
So, like, not to, whatever, but are you so jaded that you feel like everybody's like that?
Everyone's like that. I mean, no, I give everybody a clean slate. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But I am low key in the lovely words of Patty. You know, I don't give grace either. Low key, I don't be giving grace like that, bro. Like, because you show me one thing, bro, I don't like. I just don't have the luxury of giving you the benefit of the doubt. I just don't. I got too much going on in my life that like I can't afford to be slipping up.
Yeah, I feel you.
So that is why I be moving the way I do. You show me one wrong thing or you show me one like crazy red flag, nah, bro. I don't cut off, but I'm definitely handling you accordingly.
And also, I feel like people need to think of, you show me how you love me, you want to love me, and I choose to participate or not. Period. If we don't align,
clock that.
We don't align. Mm-hmm. And I feel like for me, the reason why it kind of makes it hard for me with dating is because I don't give grace. Like you said, I don't give grace. If you don't believe in God, we not together. I'm sorry. I cannot be with someone that don't believe in the Lord and Savior. Okay. Yeah. Because if I'm on a deathbed and God needs you to pray for me and you can't, I'm going. Listen, man. I'm going. Come on.
Listen and we don't judge.
When it comes unto the Lord, I judge. When it comes unto the Lord, I judge. Because trust me, I have some testimonies. All right. When it comes unto the Lord, I judge.
Listen and don't judge.
I feel you.
Where do girls even get that clock this tea? And why they always do that?
I don't know.
I be seeing it and I don't know what it means.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if there's like an originating video for
like
it.
This I got from like my daughter taught me that because it's like, you know, a lot of the little trends. My daughter taught me them trends. I'm old. I am an old lady and at heart. Okay, I be in my bed under the covers, snuggled up with like watching my shows.
No, but me too though. Like me too. Like I'm not even gonna lie, me too. Like
we're homebody vibes.
Facts. I'm not outside like that.
Nah, but when I be outside, I do go outside sometimes. When I do, I have a time because it's gonna be a time.
Oh yeah, facts.
That's gonna be the time for maybe the next 9 months. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna enjoy it while it's there because for 9 months I'm back in that bed.
I told myself 2025 I need to be more.
I mean,
outside.
if I were you, I would be inside as well because what is there really to do?
Outside is expensive.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
what is the Long Island slander about? Please, let's talk about it.
Now, you know it's funny. In my job, I be making fun of all the white Long Island people because they be white boys with their little F-150s and they always like. I mean, I just be like every time I used to see a pickup truck pull up, I used to just look at them and say, "You from Long Island, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
What the hell?
I know.
First of all, ain't nowhere to park in the hood with a damn pickup truck.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's a dead giveaway.
It's over.
If you got a pickup truck, bro, I immediately know you live in Long Island, Rockland County, or Orange County, bro.
Oh my!
Ain't nowhere else to put your big ass.
First
F-150,
off, the way
bro.
everybody will steam you for having a pickup truck in the hood in general, like you're gonna be circling the blocks for hours. You might as well just go ahead and live in that joint because you ain't gonna get parking.
Bro, one of my sons that live in Long Island, he was like, he came to the Bronx for the first time. He didn't know how to drive around the train pillars. I was like, nah, bro. Yeah, you really need to get out of that town or whatever you were supposed to be called, county.
I'm dead. Not town, county. What?
But see, I think because I'm a homebody is why I love going to places like Long Island. I like the quietness. I love to just be in my bed quiet, hear the birds chirping, and I'm in my bed.
I'm in Long Island. I got a decent outlet over there, but that's it. Other than that, I ain't sure. You got to be a baddie for me to be in Long Island, you heard? I ain't no reason else.
You'd be surprised. Long Island is very peaceful, like she said.
The birds be chirping.
But the birds be chirping, the squirrels be running, you know? And I live in a white neighborhood now, like probably 3 years in, but like whatever. I live in a white neighborhood now, so like it's totally different from like where I grew up for real, but it's very peaceful.
And everybody's nice. I mean, in the area I be at.
Yeah.
Like, you know, in the Rockland counties. People have manners. Good morning to you too. How you doing today? Because the birds is chirping and they're like,
and I'm like, I do
in the hood
outside, like I do be in the city, I do be in the boroughs, but like I can't wait to get back to Long Island to the quiet every time.
Yeah, because in the hood you can't even, you walking down the street, good morning.
As a fact, don't get it twisted. Yeah, the boroughs is ass. Like I said, I don't be hanging out in the boroughs either, bro. That shit trash. Super trash.
And I'm Caribbean. I grew up with manners. So when I see people, it's good morning, good evening, good night. And I hate saying good morning, good evening, good night. And nobody says nothing. I be like, good morning.
Right.
Manners? Hello? You don't have it? Like the other day, me and my daughter went to the doctor's office and we're at the desk and this guy gonna reach over. I said to my daughter, you don't ever move up nobody way until they say excuse me. Manners was created for a reason. Stand up in the man way next time he reach over.
Period.
And when he reach over, excuse me. Yeah.
Told you.
I bet.
Yeah, facts.
No damn manners.
But anyway, Aajaylah, anything you would like to say before we close out the show? Anything you would like to promote? Any fun stuff like that?
Just my podcast, my beautiful podcast where I talk my shit and be myself. Period. You guys should come on it sometime.
I would like to be a guest.
Oh my God, girl. We didn't already.
Yeah, we don't have some shit. We gonna talk some shit. We gonna talk some shit.
Yeah, you know. I'm with it.
You come back on the platform, man. All right. We have rotating guests, so you know. you have a lovely seat waiting for you whenever you're ready. You know?
Period. I love that.
You know?
Shit, and the drive was easy, so I'll do it again.
I'm saying, yo, anyway, lovely housekeeping. All right, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Being Black is Ghetto. There anything else to really say? Well, I feel like I skipped something. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the bell notification at the top so you don't miss any of our lovely drops. There you go. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
And subscribe on YouTube. Hello.
We're in a new year.
I got kids.
2025.
Subscribe.
All right. So, it's your boy, J. Avs, Patty J, Aajaylah, signing out.
Row.
Peace out.